This title is narrated with virtual voice, computer-generated narration for audiobooks. Blue Ghost by Larry Pueschel and Tom Pueschel. Preface. My brother Tom, we kids called him Tommy, was 4 years older than me. I looked up to him in about everything. He was the firstborn in our family, so maybe that made him seem even bigger in life to me and my brothers and sister. He set a path that was a good path for anyone who tried to follow. I always thought he was really cool, way cooler than me, kind of out of my league. He wasn't big, kinda thin, too thin, Mom would say. At 5'11" and barely 150 pounds, she could make her case. He had thick brown hair and clear blue eyes that spoke of a good heart. He wore his sunglasses in a really cool way. Tom loved music and the arts. He could play both guitar and piano and sing and dance with the best of them. And draw, boy could he draw. He painted beautiful pictures and some odd ones too. He loved to read and had a fondness for poetry. Important to me at the time, he courted the ladies with an easy charm and a quick smile, while I was mostly afraid to speak to them. He talked easily to people, and people responded to him and loved him. He always seemed happy. His best friends came over to laugh and talk, play records from Tommy's 45 RPM collection, as they got ready to go out on the town. I invaded his record collection from time to time, as did my siblings. He mostly let us, if we were careful and put things back, with no scratches, please. When my friends came over to the house, the first thing I wanted to do was have them meet my brother, or at least see him, and he was kind of accommodating, if only for an instant. He was impressive in many ways, even in his teenage years, and I loved him dearly, and always will. Then the Vietnam War happened. All America could see the tragedy that was the Vietnam War. We had front row seats as we watched events unfold every freaking day from our TV sets. We saw and heard the gunfire, the tracers, and the bullets, and the rockets, and the mortars, and we saw the troops patrolling the streets, walking the highlands, and hacking through the jungles. We saw the helicopters, flying around like geese in formation, one after another, all lined up. Helicopters were used for everything: transporting troops, medevacing the wounded, scouting and signaling where the friendlies were and where the enemy was, and most deadly of all, attacking. They were employed in command and control and, of course, for flying a general or two around. To accomplish these things, the helicopters were in great danger, taking fire while giving fire back, all the while hovering like a sitting duck. They had to fly low and be in and out quick. It was no easy job. From our TV sets, we watched and listened to the war correspondents telling the story of the day. We heard Walter Cronkite, in his deep, solemn voice, and his forlorn-looking face, report the war news to us on a nightly basis. We saw the wounded, could almost feel their pain, and we stared at the blood right in front of our eyes. Though our TV sets were black and white, we knew it was blood, no doubt about it. And then there were the body bags, being transported back home, telling us of the toll the war was taking on our troops. We cringed thinking of the lost lives and wondered why. We could only guess at the pain many American families endured at the loss of a loved one. We hoped and prayed and thought that it would never happen to us, or our family, or a family close to us. But it did. It was a war that affected most of us on the home front, and we agonized over it. This horror of war visited us on a daily basis, droning into our minds and hearts. We didn't understand why we were there, why this was going on, and what was happening to us and to our country. The government didn't help much either, but they sure cooked up almost believable rationales. Vietnam was ugly and brutal, and most of all, very sad. The year 1968 was the bloodiest and most deadly year of the war. Troop levels were at their highest. 536,100 American troops. And the fighting was at its worst. Warrant Officer Thomas R. Pueschel was in the middle of it all. During his time in Vietnam, from October 1967 through December 1968, he served with Troop C, 7th Squadron, 17th Air Cavalry, 67
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it, at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.